Hello, it's Mrs. Palmer. Remember, I told you were going to watch lots of videos of me for this class? Well, here is your second video. And during this video, I am going to explain to you what your responsibilities are for this class. Pay attention because this is where you learn how to be a successful Math 1 student this year. The very first thing that you need to know is that this class is required. You are required to come to class every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from the hours of 9 to 10:30 a.m. If you get your lesson done, you may not need to stay that entire time, but you do need to come at 9 o'clock and get started every day. This is the time that Mrs. Kohler and I have available to help you with whatever questions you're having on the lesson. We're going to be able to pull you into breakout rooms and work with you in small groups or one-on-one so that you understand everything that you need to know for this class. So please plan on attending class. When you come to class, the very first thing that you will be asked to do is to watch the video lesson. While you are watching the video lesson for the day, you will be responsible to take notes, complete practice problems with the teacher during the video, and then take a quiz. If you watch the video and do everything that you are asked to do during the video, at the end of that, you will be done with your assignment for the day. All of these things will be submitted to the assignment box for that lesson. You will not be able to skip through the video because we will be asking you to write down things and participate as you follow along, and you will need to turn that in. All of the video lessons are uploaded to YouTube so you can watch them on your computer, your phone, your tablet, or whatever works best or is easiest for you. You can also watch these lessons again and again if you need to. In order to best help you with math, we need to see what you are doing and how you are doing it. Because of this, every assignment for this class will be handwritten and uploaded to the assignment box where we can look at it and give you individual feedback. There will be very little or even no multiple choice assignments for this class. Mrs. Kohler and I want to be able to look at your work. So please make sure that you show all of your work. To make it easier for us and to keep everyone organized, we want you guys to format your papers in the same way. Okay, so the way that you're going to do that is you are going to take your paper, okay, you're going to fold it hot dog style, okay, so you're going to fold it lengthwise, and of course it's best if you're using lined paper, okay, and then once you've folded your paper, you're going to open it, and in the right hand corner, you are going to write your name and the lesson title, okay, and then you are going to use these columns to show your work, okay, so you're going to start at the top of the left column, and you are going to write and work down the column, okay, so when you get to the bottom of the left column, you are going to then move to the top of the right column, and then you're going to work down the page. Okay, so it's important that you format your papers like this. Everyone has to do it the same way to keep it organized for us and to also help you be a little bit more organized as you're working. Make sure that you write down, if we ask you to do any practice problems, make sure that you write down the problem number, you write down the problem, that you show your steps, and you circle your answer. And the same thing goes for your quiz questions. For every quiz that you turn in, you need to have the problem written down, you need to have every step of your work shown, and then we want you to circle your answer. And then when you submit your assignment and quiz to the Dropbox, Mrs. Kohler and I are going to pull those up and look at them, and we are going to provide individual feedback for you. Okay, so we're going to spend the time to grade them and to make sure we tell you the things that you did right and the things that you need a little bit more practice with. The cool thing about this class is that you are going to be able to redo any of the quizzes that you don't do well on. Okay, so if you get everything correct on your quiz, you're going to move on to the next lesson. If there is something that you miss when you come to class, we are going to help you with that. We're going to help you to understand what went wrong and to help you fix it. And then we are going to let you redo your quiz. So you will get a 100% on every quiz that you do for this class. You can redo any quiz that you need to. Okay, so that's really super cool. You're not going to fail anything. You're going to get an A on all of your quizzes, and we're going to help you do that. Okay. After you have done all of the lessons in a unit, and then all of the units for the block, you will be given an end of block review and test. Okay, your grade for this class will be based primarily on your test scores. And that may sound scary, but not to worry. By the time you get to the test, you will be ready. Okay, so the review is going to be made up of all of the things that you were quizzed on during the units. And your test will be exactly like the review. So basically, for this class, you're going to come to class, you're going to do your video lesson, you're going to follow along during the video lesson, you're going to write down anything we ask you to write down, you're going to do the practice problems with us, and then you're going to take your quiz. If you successfully pass your quiz, you're going to move on to the next lesson. And if you don't, you are going to get individual help from Mrs. Kohler or I during class time, and then you will just retake your quiz until you get 100%. After you have taken all of your quizzes, you're going to do your review, your end of block review, and then you'll take your test. And your grade will be based on that test score. Okay. One thing that we need you to understand is that now you are in high school. Okay. So now that you're in high school, things work a little bit differently. When you were in elementary school or middle school or junior high school, even if you didn't pass a class, you moved on to the next grade. Okay, so let's say you failed 7th grade math. Well, the next year when you were in 8th grade, you had 8th grade math. So even though you didn't pass 7th grade math, they still put you in 8th grade math. Now that you're in high school, it doesn't work like that. Okay, if you do not pass 9th grade math, which is Math Essentials, the one that you're in right now, if you do not pass that class, you will not move on to 10th grade math. Okay, you have to earn credit for 9th grade math in order to move on to 10th grade. And in order to graduate from high school, you need 3 years of math, 3 different math classes. Okay, so you will take Math 1 in 9th grade. After you pass this class, you will take Math 2 in 10th grade. And then during 11th grade, you will take either Math 3 or a class that is called Practical Math for your 3rd year of math credit. There may be a few of you in here who are 10th or 11th graders, and that's okay. You still have time to earn that 3 years of math, but it is super, super important that you pass this class this year for everyone, okay? And Mrs. Kohler and I are going to help you do that. So during Mrs. Kohler's welcome video, she talked about failure and how there are lots and lots of really successful people who failed at some point in their life. And she also talked about mistakes and that everyone makes mistakes and that mistakes are how you learn. I want to echo her words. Okay, I want you guys to know that Mrs. Kohler and I, we realize that you don't know how to do this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be taking this class. We realize that you may have failed when trying math before. We realize that you're going to make mistakes. And actually, we realize that you're probably going to make lots of mistakes, and we expect that. Okay. And we are going to take those mistakes and help you learn how to fix them so that you can do it correctly the next time you try. Okay. We are here for you. We love working with students. We are super excited to get to know you. And please come. Please let us help you. We are going to call you, text you, email you. We want you to be engaged and to stay engaged and to successfully pass this class so that you can get the credit that you need to graduate from high school.